Stars win! Let's get right into it. Game 2 between DAL Stars, Colorado. Early on, Colorado coming out hard. Like, really hard. Hintz would then take a penalty, trying to keep up and stay tight on McKinnon, which obviously is not an easy task. He'd make him pay for it. For 14 seconds into that, he gets a beautiful saucer pass right into his wheelhouse, and he pops it right over Dobby's shoulder. It was honestly really, really good shot. And what do you expect from Nathan MacKinnon? He's, honestly, in my opinion, I think he's better than McDavid, because he's way more well-rounded and he can do just as much. And I think his body build could hold his team up a little more than McDavid's. Janmark and Landeskog would end up both taking roughing penalties, so it'd be 4-on-4. Stars would get a decent look out of that, wouldn't find the back of the net. Fudun would then take a penalty. It'd get killed. And Dobby got tested really early in this one, and wow. The shots at the end of the first were 19-6. Nathan MacKinnon had 7 shots alone. Nathan MacKinnon himself outshot the DAL Stars in the first period. Get into the second. 4 minutes into the period, Rantanen takes a penalty for interference. I would get killed off. Pavelski would then get a 2-minute for slashing, as he went for like a stick lift, like tie-up thing on MacKinnon and totally missed and jabbed him right in not necessarily the nicest area, but a little bit more. It could have been way worse. 10 seconds into that power play, MacKinnon feeds Rantanen, who once again gets a really nice shot, just beats Dobby with it and goes off the post and the crossbar and then in. Like, I don't think he could be any closer with that shot. So, I mean, I respect it. Stars would come in on a rush, and Gerard was looking kind of a little lazy on the back check, and he just kind of hooked Dickinson, I think it was Dickinson, from like the blue line to the center dot, and like just didn't stop. It was very, very blatant. So the Stars would be working on that power play. Ian Cole would then cross-check Pavelski in the back, like into the net. So there's another penalty. That was only 43 seconds after. Gerard's penalty. So the Stars would now get 1:17 of 5-on-3. And I'm sitting there watching the game, and I'm like, oh, boys, you gotta score here, you gotta score here, you gotta score here. Well, I got news for you. Sagan would work it down to Rads and then kind of push into the middle, and that causing the D to be like, huh? And gave a gap for Radulov to feed it through, and Pavelski's there. One-timer, it's 2-1. Let's go, we're on the board. Big goal. Let's go. That was while it was still 5-on-3. So we still have a good chunk of the second penalty. So we're still in the power play. And then 43 seconds after that, Gurionov would rip one on net, and Fox would start whacking at it, and he'd pot one home and then get decked from behind and take out the net. And it came out just as fast as it went in, but the ref right there, goal. I was, yes, let's go. 2-2, let's go. We're back in the game. And then Colgiano would get a slashing penalty, and 1:03 after that, Como would get a delay of game trying to clear the puck, and he just sailed it over the glass. So now Colorado has a 5-on-3. And all I can think of to myself is, wow, you're just going to give it right back. The boys come up clutch, and they killed it off, and that was huge momentum. And then Klingberg would get a trip. Colorado would go back on the power play, and as there's like 3 seconds left, Essa kind of pokes it off Gerard, and they go into a foot race, and I'm sitting here and I'm like, Essa's starting to kind of pull away, and then Gerard goes for like a last second effort, so he can't get the puck cleanly, and it kind of makes him blow his own tires. Here comes Essa and Janmark on a 2-on-1, and he said in the post game, he's like, yeah, I heard someone yell it was 2-on-1, but I don't really have hands. So just went with the scouting report and shot 5-hole, and then proceeded to whack and put it in the net and make sure it was in the net. And yes, it was in the net. So Essa Lindell would get a semi-break and score. So it's now 4-2 Dallas. I was fairly sure that it was a goal going into it. I know this is going to be a little controversial for Avs fans. One of my good friends is an Avs fan, and he still messaged me to this point. It's like, it's not a goal. But like, if you go on YouTube, watch it, they'll show you the angle that can actually show you. Like, Francouz's pads were stacked, right? But his bottom pad that was on the ice was behind and angled like this. If you look at the replay from the press box, when they zoomed in, you could see both Gerard and Lindell's stick past the red line with the puck in the net. So it's a goal. That was with 46 seconds left in the second period too, so that was a big goal. And then after that, Avs are trying to get one back quick, and to the left side of DOBBY comes to Confer. He goes to snipe one, and DOBBY comes across. He stones him, stands up. I was just sitting there applauding on my couch like, wow, look at DOBBY go. Just an unreal effort from Khudobin tonight. Unreal. We get into the third, and the Stars play their typical Stars hockey in the third, and they just kind of slow the game down. Don't let anything crazy go on. But Janmark would end up getting a holding penalty 6:20 into the period. That made me nervous. But the boys killed it. They looked good. Then, yeah, the Stars basically just kind of was winding the time down. Como would then get an interference play, or a penalty, that wasn't fully agreed with by everyone, but it's the call. So Colorado would also pull their goalie with like 3 minutes left, and having that 6-on-4 for 2 of those. They don't get it. Penalties killed off. 10 seconds left. Alexiak's working hard in the corner. Outbattles his man, takes the puck, flips it out, and he gets a nice little curl, and it curls into the net. So now 5-2, and that's how the game would end. Stars hold on, take a 2-0 series lead. I'm gonna be honest, I did not see this coming. I don't know if anyone did. If you did, that's crazy. And I still don't think this series is anywhere near over. Colorado is a really good team. I'm just hoping we get through it. If there's anything I missed, leave it down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel for more. And yeah, that's been it. I'll see you after Game 3.